Today is a special day, guys. Strap yourselves in for Canada Day Hockey Spectacular! Welcome back to another episode of Saturday Afternoon Gaming. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadians and international Canadiophiles out there. Today is obviously a very special day for Canada, making it a very special day for moi, and so we're going to be playing NHL Hockey 94, copyright 1993. What the hell's with that? How did they copyright 1994's hockey a whole year before that occurs? Is that normal? Is that normal in sports games? Do they make games a year in advance? Look, based on NHL PA 93. What is going on? A game from the future, I suppose. Although it's definitely from our past, because we're way past 1994. Anyway, as I said, today is Canada Day, and I wanted to play a very special game. You may be wondering why I'm playing a hockey game in the middle of summer. Well, I was trying to think of a good Canada game to play, and actually I couldn't really come up with much, and it was recommended to me by a fellow YouTuber, Anto Retro Gamer, who himself is doing something on NHL Hockey 94 today to play this game, so I thought I would go ahead and play it. If you're curious about who this Anto fellow is, there's a link in the description down below. You can go and find his NHL Hockey 94 game. But without further ado, this is NHL 94. This is the second or third game in the NHL Hockey series. So I'm still sort of letting the computer sort of show us our intro here. It's weird, the 1001 Games book did have NHL Hockey in it as a game that I must play. But NHL Hockey 94 here was not in the book, which is kind of weird considering NHL Hockey 94 is the game that's considered one of the best sports games of all time. So I don't know. Oh, there's Wayne Gretzky, I know him. I'll be honest, all these NHL games kind of blend together, so let's just go with it. Hi, I'm Ron Barr for the EA Sports. Welcome to a sold-out Montreal Forum. Tonight's National Hockey League game features the Los Angeles Kings and the Montreal Canadiens. I love how Montreal's team is like the Montreal Canadiens. It's like they couldn't come up with a team. They're like, I don't know, we're from Canada, let's just be the Canadians. Montreal Forum crowd is 80 decibels. Hit the start button to begin. Use A and C buttons to cycle through the matchups. Alright, let's do it. I don't really understand how this game works. I am led to believe it follows the basic tenets of hockey, which is a sport I'm mildly familiar with being a Canadian. The thing is, if you followed my channel before, you know that I'm not really a sports guy. You know that I don't really know too much about hockey, but being a Canadian, I have a passing knowledge in hockey. So, the extent of my knowledge it comes solely from my nationality. But that's okay, guys. We all pick up some random things based on our nationalities. I'm sure if you're American or European, you have some things. We have a face-off for some reason. Something occurred. It went totally by me. I don't know what occurred, but something occurred, and it caused us to have a face-off. Whoops. Okay, I gotta figure out what the buttons are here. Is there a pass button, or is it all shooting? I don't know. Hopefully this game will intrigue you as we play here. Now, this is a hockey game that I never really played. Oh, we're going for it! Yes! Okay, that did not work at all. Okay, just charging the net. Shooting straight on at the goalie is not a good strategy, as it turns out. What the hell? Okay, A seems to pass, I think. I think my goalie's getting a little too ambitious. He wants to be playing on the other side of the team there. Just like running across the ice and scoring on the other net. What happened here? Icing? What does that mean? Okay, we got an icing foul. Well, hopefully, maybe someone in retrospect later on. Nope, that is not a pass. That's like a chuck. Later on can go ahead and narrate in the comments and tell us what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong. It'll probably be a very short what I was doing right segment and focusing a lot on the wrong. Now this game, in addition to knowing a little bit about hockey because I'm Canadian, I also recognize this game a little bit because I like Kevin Smith movies, because this is one of the games, sort of. This is almost one of the games that he included in Mallrats. So there's a scene in Mallrats where Jason Lee's character, who's kind of like just sort of some punk who like still lives at home with his mom and stuff, his girlfriend wakes him up in the morning and she wants him to take her to breakfast, and he's like, no man, I gotta finish my hockey game. And he literally has like a game of hockey that he's left paused all night. which is something I kind of remember pausing video games when I was a kid and leaving them going all night. Like if you had to go to bed or something, your mom was like, you gotta go to bed. I guess in this case, your girlfriend's like, come have sex with me and go to bed, which definitely sounds like the better deal. But either way, I guess he left his game paused all night, and I kind of remember doing that as a kid, but I also didn't do it that often, because I remember being told, like, you shouldn't leave electronics and stuff on. Oh, we just totally checked that guy. That guy was just standing there in front of our other two guys, and we came up and, like, pushed him from behind for, like, no reason. Or I guess the reason was hockey. That's all the reason we need. Our reasoning is hockey. But anyway, yeah, you weren't supposed to leave things on all night. I mean, you still, I think, technically aren't. If you can turn your electronics off, I think it's always better to turn them off than to, like, leave them on. But anyway, so he did that. I always thought it was kind of cool that he, I'm like, wow, he's like dating a hot girl and like has a video game paused all night. That's the life I'm gonna lead one day. I'll be just like Jason Lee, a total winner. And even though, again, he kind of like lives with his mom and has no employment, but he read a lot of comic books, which also made him a winner in my young, impressionable eyes. Speaking of Kevin Smith, actually, I totally know a girl who lives right next to him in LA, actually. Yeah, no big deal. Got my connects to old K Smith. She sends me photos of him walking his dog. I mean, she says she will. I'm still waiting on the first photo. I'm pretty sure she's not lying. I'm pretty sure she actually does live beside Kevin Smith. But, yeah. She said one day I'll get a photo of him walking his dog. Look, the point is I know Kevin's... Why are we talking about this? Why are we arguing about this, guys? Just believe me when I say I'm tight with Kevin Smith, okay? He loves Canada. He's into hockey. He directed some episodes of Degrassi. His show Hollywood Babylon has been to Toronto, and I've been there to see it. Oh, God, I got scored on while talking about Kevin Smith. Damn you, K. Smith! You screwed me. You screwed me bad. All right, let's talk a little bit more about Canada Day while we let this amazing Canadiana sort of sift by our eyeballs. So Canada Day, it is Canada's 150th, which is a big deal. It's kind of funny because, like, somebody got injured. Bellows is out for the game. Oh, dear God, was he on our side? Is that bad? Do we have an extra player? I don't even know. How many backups do you have in hockey? 2? 1,000? Somewhere between the two numbers? I don't know. Yeah, Canada Day is interesting because I love being Canadian. I think it's just awesome. If I had the choice, I would totally be Canadian again. It's so pleasant here, and everyone's nice and friendly, and it's clean, and everyone takes care of each other. It's just a great place to be. So, I like being Canadian. I'm very happy for Canada making it to the 150s. That's pretty good, I think. Is that old for a country? I don't even know. I guess it's probably, like, compared to European countries, it's like, oh, this is nothing, 150. What a puny baby country you've got there. But us North Americans were like, yeah, 150, we didn't blow ourselves up, we made it, we are champions. But when it comes to, like, celebrating Canada Day, I'll be totally honest, I hate going to the official celebrations. Like, in Ottawa this year, I know they're doing like a huge celebration because it's Canada's 150th. We're not going to score a single point, are we? If we can score a single point, we will have mopped the floor with them. That will be Jay's victory, a Canada Day miracle. But I know Ottawa's doing like a huge celebration this year, and it's like it would kind of be fun to go, and they have like all sorts of like free events and fireworks and stuff. But it's kind of like I've been to stuff like that a number of times. I've even been to like American 4th of Julys, and like literally it's like crowds and crowds of people and kids everywhere, and like everyone's sweaty, and then fireworks start going off in the sky. So for you Europeans, I don't know if any European countries do this. You guys can tell me maybe. But in both Canada and America, when it comes time for us to like celebrate our country's birthdays, we literally gather up a whole bunch of commercially available fireworks and explosives, fire them into the sky in a show of defiance against the stars, I believe. I believe it's the stars we're trying to intimidate, and we're also trying to scare the hell out of everyone's pets. And we try to blow up the sky, and that's how we celebrate our country being a thing. We We try and decimate the sky. So that's how we do. I don't know. I've actually never heard. What does like Amsterdam or like France do? Like, do they have fireworks? Is that a thing there? I don't know. You never know. Like I know very few places outside of North America actually have Halloween, which boggles my mind. Where all the kids dress up on the 31st like ghosts and goblins and. Oh, we got a point! We got a point! Forget what I was talking about! Oh, this is the most important second of the day! Yes! MTL scored on Law. Law has nothing. Oh, this is Canada versus America. How appropriate. Considering that Canada Day is today, and 4th of July is in 3 days. Pfft, suckers. You guys are celebrating on the wrong day, let me tell you. How foolish of you. Canada did it first. When the 4th of July rolls around, you can just turn to your American friends and go, you guys celebrating an anniversary of your country? Yeah, Canada did that like 2 days ago, buddy. Way to catch up. It's always funny to me how like both America and Canada have holidays. Almost the same holidays on almost the same day, but it's like we just both got to be different from each other. Like, Canada has Thanksgiving on a different day than America. Canada has Canada Day right next to the 4th of July, but they're technically not on the same day. It's July 1st for Canada Day, July 4th for the 4th of July. See, I know American holidays too, and I would have known that even if the day wasn't exactly in the name. I know things. Yeah, it's always struck me as funny how, like, Canada and America, it's like we're so similar in so many ways, but we're just a little different. And yeah, you know, I bet you, if you're born in America, I'm sure you love America more than Canada. I'm born in Canada. I love Canada more. That's just how it goes. Although, you know what? Hey, it's whether you're American or not, I think it's been a rough year for Americans. Like, am I wrong on that? Have you guys been feeling it's been, there's been some stuff in the politics and the news that have not been super pleasant for America this past year. I mean, I don't want to get into it all on the channel about retro video games, but let me just say that, wherever you are in America, I hope you do something that, like, cheers you up a little bit for the 4th of July, Like, put it all aside for a day if you can. My God, it's so depressing to, like, look at the news these days. But, oh, we got scored on again. Damn it. I was kind of bad-mouthing America there, and they're like, yo, shut this fool down. They, like, scored on me to, like, shut my mouth. But, okay, so here, 2 questions for you. If you're Canadian, what are your awesome plans for Canada Day here? Or what did you do on Canada Day if you're watching this video in the past? And if you're American, what are you planning to do for the 4th of July? Hey, let's all be friends here. You guys want to celebrate a birthday. We want to celebrate a birthday. Let's all have fun together. So what are you guys doing on the 4th of July? That's a fun holiday, too. As I said, I've been to a couple 4th of Julys. Just like in Canada, you Americans try to blow up the sky with fireworks. And just like Canada, my God, your celebrations are nightmares of crowds. And if you go to watch the fireworks, you're going to be stuck in traffic 2 hours afterwards trying to get home. It's like every memory of my Canada Day. It's like when I was in Toronto, I was like, oh, we'll just drive down to the beach and like watch the fireworks. And it's like being stuck in traffic for an hour and a half to get to the beach, not getting down there in time, having to pull over into like a supermarket parking lot, sit on the hood of the car and watch the fireworks on the horizon because we didn't even get close to the beach. And then every idiot who drove down to the beach like us, hey, the Maple Leafs, is now turning back and driving away from the beach, and then you get stuck in traffic for hours at a time. Hey, that's cool. We're getting some highlights of some of the other games that were going on. So we got a little interlude there. I should have been the Toronto Maple Leafs again. That was a team that I played when I played Blades of Steel. Although people gave me guff for it in the comments. They were like, Toronto sucks. I'd sort of like, okay. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not a sports guy. It's like, all right. I mean, they very well may suck, but forgot how to talk there for a minute, but yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to play him. I'm from Toronto. I mean, what do I care? I'm just doing this for the lulz, guys. Ooh, another goal. It's more exciting to watch these other teams play than it is to watch me play. My God. But yeah, what else can we say about it? Oh, let's resume our game. So no more highlights. Let's get back to it. All right, we're losing 2 against 1 for the other guys. The bad guys who are in black, the evil LA Cobras. Hiss! This is like the Mighty Ducks, only it's better because it's the Montreal Canadiens. Still can't get over that name. It'd be like the Americans. It's like that should be the name of a team actually. like the Kentucky Americans. Now that would be a hockey team, especially because they don't have ice in Kentucky. It's probably a foreign concept to them. Oh, come on, score, score! Yes! Yeah, we got it! We got it! He's weaving and bobbing! Weaving and bobbing! Oh! Man, I don't know how I scored that one goal. I think it was pure chance. Like, my strategy, I don't know. I'm still not 100% clear on how to pass. Maybe we should try and figure this out. Pass! Oh, nope. Okay, I think in passing the puck, I accidentally knocked my own guy over, and he, like, ended up on the ice. I don't know. Here we go! This is it! Boom, boom, boom! Why did you fall in front of the puck? A guy on my team fell in front of the puck in front of the opposing net. Don't do that! No, don't pass it at the wall! Although it ricocheted to one of my guys, so it's something. Alright. Blades of Steel was nice and simple. A to shoot, B to pass. That was my kind of game. There's 3 buttons here. How am I supposed to figure this game out? The Sega Genesis is way too complicated for me. Come on, are you kidding me? 3 buttons. Might as well just play on a freaking keyboard. Yes, that guy was right in the right spot at the right time. Man, boom. Nothing. Speaking of Sega Genesis, so I'm playing this on the Sega Genesis, or Mega Drive, as you Europeans so inaccurately call it. Actually, both names are obviously totally accurate. But this game also came out on the Super Nintendo. Is it just me, though, or does it feel like sports games? Sports games, like, belong on the Sega Genesis. And, like, who plays sports games on the Super Nintendo? Of course, some people... Oh, we got scored on again. Oh, man. Every time I badmouth something, in America, the Super Nintendo, it doesn't matter, Kevin Smith, whoever I'm badmouthing, it's like a sign for the universe to, like, score on me. Damn it. But, yeah, nobody plays sports games on the Super Nintendo, man. That's like a Sega thing. Like, Sega feels like the sporty system. Like, of course, some people did have sports games on the Super Nintendo, but just in my mind, I think maybe it's my own bias. Like, again, I never really played sports games as a kid, and I was always a Nintendo kid. Like, I didn't really have... Don't pass towards the wall. There's no one there. Oh, he totally got body checked. Can we get a ruling, ref? How do we do this? I want to call it technical. Timeout. Are those a thing in hockey? Oh, that guy bounced off the goalie. Keep going. Shoot the damn puck. Oh, my God. But I was a Nintendo kid. I didn't really play many sports games. And so as a result, Nintendo to me had like every game except sports games, because that was the one game you go over to friends' houses, they'd have a Sega Genesis, and they would also have sports games, which I didn't have. So maybe it's my own bias here. But Sega does feel like a lot of the sports games came out on Sega. It's like the more aggressive teenage system anyway. And like kids played Mario when I was a kid. Like I was a kid, I played Mario. But it was sort of more like the teenagers or people who had older brothers who played a lot of the sports games. But again, it could be my own biases here. I don't know. Does that match your guys' perception or not? Does Sega feel like the sportier system to you? I said this before, but I feel like Xbox totally took over the mantle of the Sega Genesis when they became a thing. Like, Sega Genesis was the more aggressive, badass cousin to, like, the Nintendo systems, and it ended up going out of business, but then, like, Xbox is sort of the more, like, badass, American, gruff, shootery sports system. So you play your shooters, your gun games, and your sports on an Xbox. And, of course, there are sports games on other systems, too, but Xbox just feels more like it's about guns and sports in America than like the other systems. I mean, it is the American system. You know, both the PlayStation and the Nintendo systems are all Japanese, but Xbox is totally an American company. Started by old Billy Gates. I cannot get photos of him walking his dog. My connections end at Kevin Smith. And one day I will get that photo. One day I will get that photo. I won't share it because, like, if I was... Oh, I think we lost. There's one of our guys is stuck... They're all celebrating over there. One of our guys is stuck in the celebration. Pouting. That's funny. The goalie, I guess, is not included in that celebration. He's just still standing there like... A true goalie never lets his guard down. Just in case we decided to try and score. Well, we lost. To hell with this game. Hockey sucks. Just kidding. This was a fairly fun game to kind of hop in and play for a little special episode here. This game was also, by the way, in Swingers, not just in Mallrats. I'm just looking over my notes. I'm like, what things did I not mention that I had in my notes here. But I think I kind of talked about everything. The big thing, of course, was Canada Day. That looked exciting. Can we see more of those? Game, regale us with other tales of hockey successes. Yes, thank you, the Oilers. I know that's the team name. See, how do they do that? How do they, how did they score in quotation marks? So complicated, man. You have to be a freaking, like, how did that work? He, like, skated right into the net. Maybe that's what I should have done. Not shot the puck, but just skated right into, like, gone in with the puck. Like, we're both going in. Yeah, the puck's going in, but me too, buddy. Try and stop a human man from getting into the net, goalie. Yeah, you may be able to stop little black pucks, but how about stopping someone your own size? Anyway, I guess I'm just kind of rambling right now. What else can we see? Let's take a quick look here. Game statistics. Okay, so score is not everything. The statistics show a different story here because I also took less shots. So look, they took 34 shots and they only got 3 goals, which I think is pretty crappy. I took fewer shots and yes, I got fewer goals, but the important thing is I had fewer chances. If I had 34 shots at the net, of course I would have got 5 or 6 or some higher number than them. My shooting percentage, well, that's a biased statistic. We all know that. It's lower than them, but everyone knows you can't trust that. Everything else, see, they had, look, 0 out of 7 breakaways, 0 out of 8 one-timers. That's terrible. 0 out of 7 is 0. I have 0 out of 0. 0 divided by 0 is infinity. I mean, anything divided by 0 is infinity, right? So, like, technically, I, like, blew them out of the water for breakaways and one-timers. If you average together my 2 scores for breakaways of infinity, one-timers, infinity, with all my other things, you average those together, my score is infinity. We'll leave penalty shots because we both got infinity there. So basically, all of this is to show that basically, I actually did come out ahead. You gotta look at the numbers in the right way, people. Score is not everything. Here's the different player statistics that you can get there. You know, by the way, speaking of Mallrats, one last little interesting bit of trivia before we leave this game is that Kevin Smith was a big fan of NHL hockey this series, and he wanted to put this game in Mallrats, but he ended up putting NHL All-Star Hockey from the Sega Saturn into Mallrats for promotional purposes. So I feel like real fans, were probably looking at this game being like, this isn't the game from Mallrats, like real hockey fans. To me, it all looks the same, man. All the same. I feel old when I play these hockey games because I can't tell the difference. Crowd meter, let's take a look at this. 79 decibels, average level 88, peak level 106. No idea what that means. That's how loud the crowd was. All right, player cards, let's have a look at our players. The Montreal Canadiens. They even spell it a French way, Canadiens. Because like French people, you know, from Quebec say things with a slightly French accent. Okay, player cards. Man, there's a lot of statistics here. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and exit. How do you exit to the main menus? My main question at this point. Like, none of the buttons do it. Well, this has been NHL Hockey 94. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed checking this game out with me. Again, it was a recommendation from a fellow YouTuber, and if you're curious what his take on NHL 94 is, you can find a link to his video in the description below. But the more important thing is Happy Canada Day! And if you're American, happy preemptive July 4th. Your day is coming, guys. Just hang in there a couple more days, and you can try and blow up the sky, too. It'll be a great and glorious day for everyone, I'm sure. I hope whether you're Canadian, American, European, South American, Australian, African, from the Antarctic, or orbiting in a lunar station, you guys have yourselves an awesome day. No matter what country you're in and how old it is, it don't matter. I hope we all have an awesome day. But if you could wish me a happy Canada Day, I would sure damn appreciate it. Guys, until next time, take care of yourselves. Ooh, Wayne Gretzky. He's the one name I know in hockey. Him and like Bobby Orr. I think was Bobby Orr a goalie? Don't even know. Anyway, guys, until next time, take care of yourselves, have fun, and peace. I wonder why they couldn't put the players' pictures in color. Like, this dude got a full color photo, but literally every player is like, it looks like a black and white photo that was taken at the turn of the century. Like, they couldn't spring for color photos for the players?